Welcome back, guys. So in this video, we are going to learn how to take a user input in Python. So if you want to ask something to the user, we have to use input function. So if I wanted to say or ask the user, what is your email or what is your name or enter your age, in this case, you are going to ask something to the user. Suppose if I say like, if I want to print, I can say, what is your name? Right? So now if I return something like this, if I run this code, see it is getting printed. See, that's being printed. So the print function in Python is used to print a specified message or value to the console. So whatever you want to print, you can directly say print and add your message in the given parentheses. Fine. But there is no way for the user to enter the data. If the user wants to share the data like name, email, or employee ID, not possible here. If you use the print function, right? When we run print, you can see it says what's your name, and then the code execution ends over here. But user has to give input. In order to do that, instead of using a print functions, we are going to use an input function, right? So input function look like this way. Right? Input function in Python is used to take an input from the user. It allows you to prompt the user for an input. So the syntax of the input function is something like this. Okay? Input followed by a parenthesis. Inside the parenthesis, here, prompt is an optional parameter that specify the message that you want to display to the user. You can specify. So if you don't specify a prompt, what happens? So now simply if I am giving in this way. Now, if I try to run this code, so then the function will simply wait for the user to enter the input. Once the user enter a value, then execution getting over. See now, still it is waiting for that. So now if I am giving any value, see now the execution getting over. Right? You can ask something like what is your name, enter your email or enter your employee ID. Something you can ask in the input function. So you can say, what is your name? Right? So this is the way, this is what your complete input function looks like. So now run this code. See, when I run this code, it is asking, it will say what is your name, and then the cursor will stay at the end of this line because it's expecting some sort of input. If the user gives something like this, hit the enter, then this piece of data has now saved. Right? Now, if you want to print this, so simply you can add a print over here. Print in this way. Right? So now print, I'm just asking what is your name, whatever the value it is coming, it is getting printed. It's going to print. Now, if I say, see, now it's getting printed. Value is getting printed. If you want to store this value, instead of print, if you want to store this value in any variable, then that is also possible. We can able to store this. Simply, instead of print, you can give name equal to in this way. Now, if you want to print, you can print name. So now if I run this, we can give value and it is getting printed. Okay, now if I run this, see here, the cursor is on the same line, right? But I don't want this way. I want the two cursor should be in the next line. In this case, you have to add a /n. So simply you can say /n. That's it. So now I'm giving value. Okay, now again, if I'm run this, see now it is asking what's your name. The cursor is coming into the next line. So now you can add a value, then you can hit the enter. It is getting printed. Right? This is what your input function going to be. The next thing is input function return a string value by default. If you want to know the type of this value variable, then you can simply say type. Right? Instead of the value, it is going to print. What it is going to print? It's going to print the data type over here. So now let me run this. If I say the value, then it is getting printed string value. Right? Last sessions, we have seen that Python variable is a more flexibility. Right? While declare a variable, no need to define a data type. It will return you as per the value you are storing in the variable. But here in input function, return a string value by default. Right? Even if you are giving an age. Right? So suppose I can say age and what is your age. This is this is a numeric value only. I can say I just want to know the data type of this age. So simply I'm run this. So I can say integer value. See, still it is returning a string only. Right? Always by default, the input function is going to return you string only. But I want to store integer only. I don't want to store it as a string data type. In this case, if you want to take an input as an integer or float, you can use typecasting. For example, I can say age equal to, inside you can add a int. That is mean it is going to convert as an integer data type. Whatever the value are given, it's going to convert it as an integer data type. Right? So now let me run this. See, now it's getting data type is an integer. Here we are using a typecasting to convert the user input into an integer value. So this is the way. Even if you want to convert it as a float value, double value, the same way you can able to do that. Fine. Now I just wanted to print the user data as well as suppose I just wanted to print. I can say hello and I can say the name. Right? I want to print the name as well. I want to print the name as well. Something like, for example, if I am giving a Sona, then it's going to print hello Sona. Here, hello is a constant one. Name is going to keep on changing as per the user input. So we can say here print. Simply you can say your message, hello. Right? Then you can coordinate. So here you can ask input. Input should be what is your name. So if you want, you can add a slash in as well. That is next line. So now let's run this. I'll just command this. So now I just run this. Now what's your name? You can say Sona. So now it is getting printed hello Sona. But I want the space in between. So here you can make it as a space. Now let's run this. See now it's getting printed hello Sona. Right? So this is the way you can able to coordinate the value into the user input. Right? This place is replaced with your name. Right? Hello. And this place replaced with the value whatever printed, the user printed. Fine. So the next thing is you can get multiple input from the user as well. For example, if you want to get a two integer, you want to get the two integer value from the user and you need to add the two value or you want to multiply the value, anything you could able to do that. So now suppose I'll just adding x comma y equal to, I'll be adding a input, you can say input. Here you can say enter first number. Same way you can make it as a comma. Here input enter. I'll just make this one enter second number. Okay. So now let me print this. Print x plus y. Same way, I just wanted to print x multiply y. Right now, let's run these things. Run this. Now it's asking enter first number. So you can give any number, enter second number, See, now it's getting added and it's getting multiply value also. 25 plus 25 is printing 50 and 25 into 25 is getting printed. I hope this is clear. Thank you for watching this video.